Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Movies and Melodies. Today I'm going to get all philosophical on you about life. What is life? Why are we here on this earth? What is our purpose on earth? These kinds of questions have been plaguing the human race from, I think, the longest time. Basically, ever since we found language, we've been trying to define our purpose on this earth. Religious scholars have tried to answer these questions, but I don't think anyone has really come up with a very satisfactory answer. Our Indian movie industry, however, has a very varied and interesting take on what is life. Zindagi hai kya? So the first song that I'd like to share with you is from the movie Anarkali. This, of course, is the ultimate love story, completely imaginary story that Imtiaz Ali Taj wrote for the movies. It had Pradeep Kumar and Beena Rai in the lead, C. Ramchandra's music with Rajendra Krishan writing the lyrics. Hemant Da has sung this song. And it's basically saying that life is just a few moments of love. Even if your life is short, if you have loved, then you can think of it as having had a long life. So from Anarkali, Zindagi प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है.
जिंदगी प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है. जिंदगी प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है. चाहे थोड़ी भी हो ये उम्र बड़ी होती है. चाहे थोड़ी भी हो ये उम्र बड़ी होती है. जिंदगी प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है. ताज या तख्त या दौलत हो ज़माने भर की, कौन सी चीज मोहब्बत से बड़ी होती है. कौन सी चीज मोहब्बत से बड़ी होती है. जिंदगी प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है. चाहे थोड़ी भी हो ये उम्र बड़ी होती है. जिंदगी प्यार की दो चार घड़ी होती है.
Ramesh Sippy's directorial debut was with a movie called Andaz in 1971. This also happened to be the first time Salim and Javed worked together on a story and screenplay. Shammi Kapoor and Hema Malini in the lead. It was the last movie that Shammi Kapoor acted as a hero in. And Simi Garewal and Rajesh Khanna have supporting roles in the movie. Rajesh Khanna counted this among his 17 consecutive hits. He has a pretty significant supporting role in the movie. Popular opinion was that the movie became a hit only because of Rajesh Khanna. Shammi Kapoor is older in the movie. It's a very different kind of role for Shammi Kapoor, not his usual flamboyant, dashing, Elvis Presley-esque hero role. It was a much more serious, a more mature man kind of a role. And even though the movie was a hit, Shammi at this point decided that it was time for him to quit acting as the leading man and start doing character roles. For music as well, this was one of the last. So this was the last movie that Shankar and Jaikishan worked on together. Jaikishan died a few months after this movie was released. And Shailendra ji had already gone, so it was only Hasrat Jaipuri writing the lyrics for the movie. And this song, it's actually a tandem song. Kishore Kumar and Asha ji have both sung this song. The popular rumor at the time was that Jaikishan, this was the last song that Jaikishan had composed music for. Subsequently, it was proven to be false, not true at all. The song Basically, it's picturized on Rajesh Khanna, and in another, Asha ji sings for Hema Malini at a different time. Kishore Kumar has sung for Rajesh Khanna, Rafi Saab, of course, for Shami Kapoor. But the song is actually, it's a very peppy song, but also prescient in a way, because the words are Zindagi ek safar hai suhana, yahan kal kya ho kisne jana. So it means life is a very beautiful journey. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So basically, in other words, enjoy your life at this very moment. Be in the present. Be present with your loved ones. Don't, worry too much about the past or worry too much about the future. Just live life as it's meant to be lived in the present. This song, interestingly enough, won 4 Filmfare Awards. So, Best Singer, Male and Female, Best Music Direction, and Best Lyricist. So, from Andaz, Kishore Kumar's version, Zindagi Ek Safar Hai Suhana.
जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। हाँ, जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। अरे ओडले ओडले ओ, 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 ओडले ओडले ओ। चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से बढ़ना है आगे। अरे चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से बढ़ना है आगे। पीछे रह जाएगा ये ज़माना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना।
Anand, one of Rajesh Khanna's most popular roles. Rishikesh Mukherjee made this movie. He wrote the story, he edited it, he directed it. It was a brilliant film. His direction and the very deft editing, Gulzar Saab's dialogues and lyrics, Yogesh ji's lyrics, Rajesh Khanna and Amitabh Bachchan was superb in this movie. It was really a phenomenally well-made and well-produced movie, I should say. Music Salilda, with Gulzar Saab writing 2 songs, and Yogesh ji, he wrote 1 song first, Kahin Dur Jab Din Dhal Jaye. Salilda loved it, and so did Rishida. So he decided he'll have Yogesh ji write a 2nd song. So he wrote Zindagi Kaisi Hai Paheli. And Rishida at that point decided he was going to use that song to be played in the background during the title credits. He had Manada sing it, and Rajesh Khanna, when he heard the song, was absolutely insistent that Rishida make room for this song in the movie and film it on him. And I'm very glad he did that, because what an incredible song. It would have been lost in the title credits because no one would really be paying attention to this absolutely fantastic song. Manada, like I said, has sung the song, and the picturization is also fantastic. It's Rajesh Khanna on the beach, these balloons are just floating away, and he knows he has a terminal illness, that his time is very short and limited on this earth, and he's just kind of pondering about this riddle that's life. Zindagi kaisi hai paheli? What kind of a riddle is this life? Kabhi to hasaye, kabhi ye rulaye. Makes us laugh sometimes, makes us cry sometimes. So from Anand, Zindagi kaisi hai paheli?
जिंदगी कैसी है पहेली हाय, कभी तो हंसाए कभी ये रुलाए। जिंदगी कैसी है पहेली हाय, कभी तो हंसाए कभी ये रुलाए। तो भी देखो मन नहीं जागे, पीछे पीछे सपनों के भागे। तो भी देखो मन नहीं जागे, पीछे पीछे सपनों के भागे। एक दिन सपनों का राही चला जाए सपनों से आगे कहाँ। जिंदगी कैसी है पहेली हाय, कभी तो हंसाए कभी ये रुलाए।
Kala Patthar. This movie was based on the mining disaster in Chasnala in former Bihar but current day Jharkhand. What happened was the coal miners were working in the active pit. They used an explosive to blast a vein in the wall. Unfortunately, the wall was not very strong, and this was the wall between the active mining pit and an old abandoned pit which had been flooded. So when the blast happened, the wall, already weak, ended up just crashing down, and this whole active mining pit got completely flooded very quickly with millions of cubic tons of water. A lot of miners died, 375 of them died. It was a complete mess. They were unable, because it was just, a tragedy on so many levels. They were unable to mount a rescue, or rather more like a recovery of the bodies, because they did not have high pressure pumps to drain the pit in order to recover the bodies. They had to get these from Poland and Russia, and that took time. And the time the first body was recovered nearly a month after the disaster. It took many, many, many decades for this issue to be resolved, and nothing was resolved satisfactorily. This movie came out 4 years after the disaster, and it was extremely well received. It was a huge hit. It had Amitabh Bachchan, Rakhi, Parveen Babi, Shashi Kapoor, Shatrughan Sinha, Neetu Singh, all this was the time of the multi-starrers. So these were the leads. The movie was really actually very well made. Even though it was a commercial movie, it carried a certain gravitas, especially when dealing with these kinds of things. In the original disaster, the workers had complained for a long time about the management not listening to their claims of bad working conditions and very poor safety measures. So this particular movie highlighted all of those claims and showed the rest of the country how poorly these miners were treated. This song, it talks about life being like a road. So let me go back to the music composition. It's interesting, it had two different music directors. Salil Da composed the film score and the background music. Rajesh Roshan composed the songs. And Sahir Ludhianvi wrote the lyrics. This song, it's a solo picturized on Shashi Kapoor. He's riding a motorcycle and, going through all these different Indian village roads and singing this song. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. So he's saying that life is like a road, and if you stop, then you're done. So it's basically telling you that, again, lead your life, stop worrying about things, don't live in fear. So from Kala Pathar, एक रास्ता है जिंदगी.
एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. ये कदम किसी मुकाम पे जो जम गए तो कुछ नहीं. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. हुस्न के जलवे हो या इश्क की आवाज़ें, आजाद परिंदों की रुकती नहीं परवाज़ें. जाते हुए कदमों से, आते हुए कदमों से भरी रहेगी राह गुजर. जो हम गए तो कुछ नहीं. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. ये कदम किसी मुकाम पे जो जम गए तो कुछ नहीं.
Sita or Geeta, the awesome twin movie where you saw Hema Malini playing the twins, Sanjeev Kumar and Dharmendra cast opposite the twins. This movie was basically Hema Malini's movie. She owned that movie hands down. She was amazing in it. Story of twins separated at birth. One grows up in a very rich household but is terrified and cowed down by her cruel relatives. The other one is brought up as a itinerant performer, and she's poor but she's happy, she's very feisty, she's very bold and can really take care of herself. This song is sung by the one who is the poor twin, and she's, like I said, a street performer, so she performs all these acrobatics and so on with her partner played by Dharmendra. The song is a duet, Manada Ashaji. The music, R.D. Burman with Anand Bakshi. So the song is basically saying life is a game. Some people win it, some people lose it, and some people are basically idiots and others are players who can play this game of life and win. From Sita और गीता, जिंदगी है खेल कोई पास कोई फेल, अनाड़ी है कोई खिलाड़ी है कोई.
अरे जिंदगी है खेल कोई पास कोई फेल, खिलाड़ी है कोई, अनाड़ी है कोई, खिलाड़ी है कोई. ओ बाबू समझे क्या, ओ लाला समझे क्या, खिलाड़ी है कोई, अनाड़ी है कोई.
जिंदगी है खेल कोई पास कोई फेल, खिलाड़ी है कोई, अनाड़ी है कोई, खिलाड़ी है कोई. हो बाबू समझे क्या, लाला समझे क्या, खिलाड़ी
गुमुराया मारे गिल गुमुराया उड़े पारा पड़सी उइटा बोले बतर सिरा कुड़े गुमुराया मारे गिल गुमुराया उड़े पारा पड़सी उइटा बोले बतर सिरा कुड़े
बातें कम कर काम ज्यादा रखा हाँ काम से होगा नाम ज्यादा काका समझे बातें कम कर काम ज्यादा रखा अरे काम से होगा नाम ज्यादा काका
अरे 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 हाँ उड़ती चिड़िया तेरे सदके गिर मत जाना चलना बच के मिस्टर समझे क्या वो सिस्टर समझे क्या खिलाड़ी है कोई अनाड़ी है कोई खिलाड़ी है कोई अनाड़ी है कोई.
Maya. This was Devanand and Mala Sinha in the lead. Story about a disillusioned rich man. He discovers that who he thinks are his good friends and his girlfriend are all with him only because he has money. So this is all at his birthday party. So he goes back home very disillusioned, and as he's lying there in his bed, a petty thief enters the room. He catches him, and then he somehow manages to convince the thief to take him along with him, and he lives with the thief in this small chawl. Then he goes and finds himself a job selling ice creams, in a little ice cream cart. So this song he sings when he brings that ice cream cart back to the chawl, and he has all these ice creams left over that he hands over to the children in that chawl. So he sings this song at that time. It's a very good reminder of how all of us in the world today, we should lead our lives like this, because there is so much anger, so much hatred, and so much of divisive partisanship. There's no common ground. Nobody is talking to each other and listening. So I think we should all take a listen to this song and follow it. The music was by Salilda, with Majroo Saab writing the lyrics, and Rafi Saab has sung this song. From Maya, Zindagi hai kya sun meri jaan, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी जुबां.
जिंदगी है क्या सुन मेरी जान, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी ज़बान. जिंदगी है क्या सुन मेरी जान, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी ज़बान. प्यार तुझे देगा वो मालिक, ओ प्यारे ज़बां मैं तेरी मीठी करूँ यहाँ. जिंदगी है क्या सुन मेरी जान, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी ज़बान. होंठों से मीठा मीठा रस टपकाओ जी, आइसक्रीम वाला आया आओ जी. होंठों से मीठा मीठा रस टपकाओ जी, आइसक्रीम वाला आया आओ जी. तेरी गली में लगा दी मैंने छोटी मोटी सी दुकान. जिंदगी है क्या सुन मेरी जान, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी ज़बान. प्यार तुझे देगा वो मालिक, ओ प्यारे ज़बां मैं तेरी मीठी करूँ यहाँ. जिंदगी है क्या सुन मेरी जान, प्यार भरा दिल मीठी ज़बान.
That's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're thinking now about what your life is like, and I hope you all have very good and happy lives. For those of you who've not subscribed, please go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel and spread the word among your family and friends. And for those of you who've already subscribed, thank you very much. I will be back in 2 weeks, but until then, remember, music is food for the soul. Keep listening.